Hey guys, we need to talk. At first, before we go into the video, a bit about me. I am collecting from time to time since 2018, and I'm collecting, I wouldn't say professionally, but with a big passion to these diecast cars. I'm collecting because of this since 2021 or 2022. Since that time, I order regularly from the internet, or we go into the stores and buy Hot Wheels regularly, and other diecasts as well, such as Matchbox, Majorette, and Mini GT. But for me personally, there are a couple of reasons, negative reasons I should add, that are so fucking annoying to me that we have to do something about it now. And with this, welcome back to a new video on my channel. This is my short documentary about why collecting can be so annoying at some times. Before we start, I have to clarify, I love collecting diecasts. I will probably never stop collecting diecasts. This is just a short documentary to give light to the negatives of collecting. And it's not only diecast, but Pokemon and every other collectible that you can find out there that have these negatives bound to it, which is in my opinion one of the hugest deal breakers out there. And these deal breakers have a name: Scalpers, Destroyers, and Jealousy. Jealousy is now not seen as a person necessary, but is also for me personally a very huge problem to this hobby and to every other collecting hobby. Destroyers, obviously as the name says, are people who buy or order Hot Wheels and destroy them just because they can and for fun, and they don't care about the worth or how rare this item is or how much this means to some other people. I have seen people on TikTok and Instagram especially, which steal Hot Wheels or other diecasts or even Pokemon cards, for example, from their friends, from their best friend, and destroy it because they wanted 5 likes under their post on TikTok, which is for me quite simply wrong. You can't or you shouldn't do this. It's not because I am jealous, because I can't do it, because I don't have the money. No, for me, you collect this because you like the model and not to have fun and put it on the internet on how you destroy it. Sure, you could argue that this is now up to each person's um, opinion, and since this person bought it with their own money, they can do whatever they want with it. Yes, you could argue that, but for me, it's still quite simply wrong to not accidentally, but purposefully destroy Hot Wheels cars or any other collectible just for fun and clicks on the internet. I don't do it, I will never do it, and most of us don't do it as well because for us, these cars, um, I don't want to say have some kind of respect, but for us, we love them, I would like to say. At least I love cars, so I would never destroy or scratch a car without uh, with with saying I want to do this because I want to have 5 more likes on my video on YouTube. I would never do that. Simple as that. Scalpers, obviously we all know and hate them. I hope I don't have to explain what scalpers are, but if I do, here's a short explanation. Scalpers are these people that go in the store and buy one singular car, for example, Koenigsegg Jesko in purple, buy it 20 times in that one store, or however much of the amount of this design cars, they find it, buy it, and resell it for the double, triple, or even 10 times the price on eBay and other platforms. This is, in my opinion, quite simply wrong, because you don't collect because you like the car, you collect to make a quick buck. And this is quite simply wrong, and you should be ashamed of yourself if you do this. But if it happens that this video comes across anyone who is a scalper but don't want to admit it openly, you don't have to. I will not punish you if you do in my comments. But please, if you are a scalper, please tell me in the comments why you do this. You ruin the hobby for so many people in your area where you buy these Hot Wheels in masses and do sell them for a higher price. Why do you do this? You ruin it to so many people that would love to buy these cars for their normal price and not for 10 times the price. Why? Why? I could ask this question 100 more times, and 100 more times it would probably never be answered, because I think I already know the answer. Money. You just want the money for it. You don't care if it's worth 50 bucks or 5 bucks, you're gonna sell it for 75 bucks nonetheless. And that can't be it. I wouldn't start a hobby which I like just to resell everything I love. Love. Yes, I don't know if scalpers even love this or just are in this hobby because for the money. Probably because just for the money, but if you love these cars, please think about other collectors as well. We collectors, I'm counting myself in because I don't sell the Hot Wheels I buy. I rarely gift them to my cousin also, who is into cars as well. I gift my doubles and triples and cars I usually don't want. I gift it to him because I know he will appreciate these cars because he doesn't have them yet. Or even if he has it, he will appreciate it because it's a nice gesture for me nonetheless. I know this because we talked about it already. But yeah, I would never buy a Hot Wheel just to sell it 10, 15, 20 years later. Sure, it's nice to have a collector piece in your collection, which is 250 euros worth, but still, I wouldn't buy or sell it for that price if I know this price is over exaggerated for its worth. So yeah. And then there's the big word in the room, jealousy. For me, jealousy is probably one of the worst things that can happen in collecting anything, because jealousy breaks everything apart. Friendships, dedication, passion, just everything. It destroys everything. I had a friend who was so jealous of me for having such a huge collection in just a couple of years, that he quit because he thought I was flexing with it all the time, but I didn't even try to. I didn't even talk to him daily, and if I did, we didn't talk about Hot Wheels in 9 out of 10 times, or our diecasts in 9 out of 10 times. We talked about completely other reasons because we were normal friends, normal everything. But he was so jealous of me, starting with him around the same time with Hot Wheels and collecting, that I had such a bigger collection than him, that he just quit. That he sold his stuff and started to hate me, simple as that. And I don't know to this day why this happened. I never tried to flex it, and for me, it doesn't matter how small or big your collection is. If you have 2 cars, if you have 250, you both are collectors because you collect things you love. That's for me the definition of a collector, and collection isn't determined for me by how big or how much worth your collection is. I don't care that my collection has, I don't know actually, I don't know when making this video how much I have in my collection, but I would guess around 150 or 160 cars from every brand, including Lego and so on. And they all are probably worth much more above of 500 euros, but I don't care about this. Sure, it's nice to know it, but makes it my collection better in any way? No. So why would I care about it? I collect to have fun, not to flex with my money. And if you collect to can say, I have a $10,000 collection and I have spent $8,000 and then let it sit for 20 years, that's nice for you, but it's not for me. For me, collecting is saying, hey, I bought this Camaro or this BMW C4 because I love the casting. I love the car IRL. I love the casting. I love how it's made. I'm really shaken up, I'm sorry, because this is something I'm very passionate about. I'm very passionate about collecting diecasts and defending the rights for every collector. Not that I could make a huge difference, but the thought counts, right? Please. I watched hours and hours of content on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, any other social media platform about these topics: scalping, jealousy, destroying, um, generally all this negative stuff. And for me, jealousy, what this does one more bad thing for me than even jealousy and scalpers. For me, it's the people that go into stores and hide the Hot Wheels. Why do they do that? One explained himself in the comments under one TikTok. And he wrote, and I gonna say it just like he wrote. I can't find the TikTok anymore, but it's burned into my brain like a print. Sadly, he said, because I didn't had my money in the store with me, I waited till I had money on my bank account and went then about 2 to 3 weeks later again there. And for me, I have only one thing to say to you. Fuck you. Quit this hobby now. You can say now that I am harsh. I maybe am. Probably. Very, very positively. Because for me, if you hide Hot Wheels or any other stuff just because you don't have the money right now to buy it, to save it for you for later, you are not a collector. You are not better than a scalper, a jealous person, or a destroyer. You are the same fucking dumbass that just cares about himself, that is ruining this collection hobby for others. And don't come me with now, oh, but this is a very rare model and I was lucky to find it and I was first there. Okay, and you didn't have money. You knew you didn't have money. Why did you, first of all, run into the store knowing you didn't have money? Explain this to me, please. Because I simply don't understand. If I go hunting, I only go hunting when I have money. When I have enough money. So I can buy multiple cars or multiple diecasts. So I don't go there to hide my cars that I buy a month later. How do you hide cars even? I don't understand that. How do you find a hiding spot? Except you're an employee, probably. As an employee, you can hide it probably very well. Or even somewhere in the storage area where no public, no person that goes into the store gets there. I'm talking shit right now, sorry. I'm again really shaken up, I'm sorry. But yeah, stop it. Only go into a store if you have the money. Simple as that. If you don't have the money and you see a nice car, let it hang on the pegs. For me, for example, I saw about a month ago in my Smith's Toys where I go regularly, I saw there hanging the brand new here Hot Wheels Premium Silhouette set with the Porsche Skyline R34 Liberty Walk Skyline, and even the McLaren 720S Chase. Did I buy any of these? No, because I had insufficient money. Did I hate them because I wanted them? No, because I knew 1 week later I would have my about 50 more bucks ready to go to the store after everything, which I give myself, so to explain myself. And I got to the store and I was able to buy both the Porsche and the Skyline Liberty Bug. The Chase obviously was gone because it's a really nice model, but I didn't hide these cars and I still got them. And in my area, it's very rare to find nice cars because in my area, I have easily 15-20 friends from the same city I live that collect in the same area as I am. And to find for each person alone for us one singular car, so each car 20 times, is hard. And I collect almost every car I get double. So for me, it's even 2 cars, not one. So yeah, it's not easy. But yeah, proves my point. I didn't hide these cars, and still I got lucky and found them 1 week later in the same store on the same pack. So for me, a heavy word to you guys: don't hide cars, diecasts, collectibles, whatever. If you don't have the money, leave it on the packs. Simple as that. I only bought from that store, I think, one Hot Wheels Mainline for €2 because I only had like €5 left because I was in a couple of stores beforehand. So yeah, I didn't have the money. Simple as that. And if you don't have the money and you know you don't have the money, leave it hang. I know I'm talking the same words now 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but I can say it 100 more times. Because for me this is such an heavy topic to talk about. Not heavy because I can't talk about emotionally, but because it's really, really important to me that people and other collectors and new people to this collecting understand this. It's not about hiding and having the greatest cars in your collection. It's about making yourself happy and at the same time other people happy. I was happy to see these cars and know my store has now these cars. I have next week probably the chance to buy these. That was what made it happy for me. I wasn't mad at the time that I missed out on a chase. I can have a chase in 5 more years. And if they don't produce any more chases from now on, then be it. You guys, there is one thing that explains probably very, very good why you hide cars. FOMO. Fear of missing out. I'm gonna be honest, I was the same at first. I had the fear of missing out. I went almost daily, multiple times daily, into the exact same store just to see if they put new Hot Wheels or Matchbox down onto the packs, so that I didn't miss out, as FOMO says, fear of missing out, that I didn't miss out on new Hot Wheels that they just dropped off. But now it's like for me, oh great, we have five new cases out, and these case things have like 25 new cars that I want. Oh well, if I don't find them in store, I can buy them at every point on a cheap internet site that I have found, which has almost every Hot Wheels available from from the current Hot Wheels mainline of this year, for example 2025. I can understand if you are realizing this and are saying fear of missing out is difficult to come over, but there is help for you guys. Fear of missing out is an urge in your brain which you just have to fight over. And once you started doing it, once you started fighting against this urge in your brain, it becomes, for me personally, it became very, very easy. See, now that I've explained it, at one point I said, wait, do I really have to check every time, every single day. This website, this store, my friends, which Hot Wheels they have. Do I have to check them to make sure that I have the most recent Hot Wheels? No. Just ask yourself. Do you enjoy collecting Hot Wheels while you're living in FOMO? Probably not. I didn't. And because of that, I was too uncomfortable at that time with this collecting stuff, with this FOMO, that I just said, fuck it, I don't care now if my store has new Hot Wheels on it. If my friends write me 20 messages in a second that this exact store in 500 meters from me has new Hot Wheels, I just don't care about it. If I go there, if I don't have money, I care even less. If I have money, I might go there and check it out. But maybe not probably in the same second as the rate, but maybe 10, 24, 48, 3 days later, 48 hours obviously later, a couple of days later, whatever, 1 week later. Simply because I know I'm not the only collector out there in my area. And you never are the only collector in your area. Simple as that. If you have a big store, for example, for you Americans, there are Walmart, Kroger, Target, what else? I don't know. But these three stores should be familiar for you. I know about these three because, and we don't over here have them in Germany or Europe, I think. And for us, big stores like Smiths are comparable to that. Even though Smiths is a completely toy store, so you don't find like in Walmart a gun. But anyway, let me get back to the point. If you have a big store, you can be sure if there are Hot Wheels that there are at least 5 other people that buy like you regularly their Hot Wheels at that place. So yeah. And I think this FOMO is also produced because there are so many collectors out there. You don't want many new collectors don't want to fall behind with their collection. Because they think if I don't get this car, my collection has a weak spot, which will then get attacked by other collectors, and I am the meme in the internet tomorrow. And this is, in my opinion, quite simply wrong on both sides. For me, it's wrong for to make fun of new collectors. They just started, guys. They started maybe 1 or 2 months ago, so they probably don't have the knowledge about these exact car like you. So instead of making fun of them, go to them and say, hey, this car is rarer than that, or this car is not rare, it's a mainline, it gets produced millions of times, instead of making fun and saying, haha, he thinks this car is rare. I've seen so many comments under so many posts on TikTok, and if you ask the creator of the TikTok, sorry, not TokTik, TokTik, a new platform of TikTok, he often says, I even had an Italian guy, yesterday or so that I asked in the comments how long he collects already because he saw a red Bugatti Bolide from last year's mainline as really rare and exotic one. And he saw it like this. I said to him, hey, this is a normal mainline. It has been produced a couple of million of times around the entire world. I have found 3 of them, or 2, I think. I must watch my collection. And he answered me truthfully, I started collecting 1.5 months ago, and I have only 25 cars till now. And this one is for me the best piece, and I thought because I only saw it once, that it's really rare. And this is the message that I have to say to you guys. He simply didn't know. And this explains everything. Many new collectors don't know it. Where should they know it? They started the hobby because they like the cars that they see. Not because they see, hey, you can make 50 bucks with the average Hot Wheel every day. No. I already have to replay the video that you already can see in your face right now because I didn't record enough because I'm talking way too much. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, at which point was it? New collector. So please go to them and explain it so that they learn it. I, for example, told him that there are, because I know an Italian collector who makes YouTube videos as well in Italian. I am not good in Italian, so I didn't understand much. But I said to him, look, here is a Italian YouTuber who makes content about Hot Wheels and Hot Diecast for like 5 years already. Go watch him. He has so much information. He could help you very much, more than I could ever. And he was really grateful. And same was for me. If I didn't found people like Peak Time Racing, Lamley Group, or smaller collectors like George's Miniature Diecasts, I have learned from these guys. Shout out George if you watch this at this point. I watched so much content from them. I learned so much in such a short amount of time from them that for me, it's like having this knowledge is such a great thing. And this is why you as an elder or longer collector, you should go to the new collector and say, hey, look, this is the perfect thing to start. Here's a YouTuber that can help you with information. Lamley Group is pretty much the perfect guess you can take because he works with Hot Wheels and Mattel. So he has the informations. So yeah. And collectors, if you watch this, if you still watch at this point, help each other. Don't care only about yourself, care about the others as well. I know I've been sidetracked a bit in this video, and I'm really sorry about it. I probably have to do a new version in like 2 months, so when I got time, but yeah. Now I'm finally gonna stop chanting and saying dumb stuff, but I wanna say one more thing to Destroyers, Scarpers, and wait, who was the third one? Jealous persons. Fuck you guys. And with this, thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed, why not leave a like and a sub to the channel, and then leave your opinion in the comments. I would love to hear your side of the story. This is my side of the story. This is my honest opinion about this story. And this is, as I said in the beginning, not only about diecasts. You can find this problem with Pokemon and every other collectible Pokemon, every other cards you can collect, Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful week ahead, and I see you in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful time. Bye bye. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear.